In this video, I'd like to give you some brief introduction into the supply, or in other words called value chains, because I find that sometimes it is rather tricky to actually grasp the difference or the connection between these two. So what is the basic idea of the business, or what is the basic idea of the company? Well, company incurs some costs. They incur some costs, and in turn of that they are able to transfer this cost, or are able to transfer this capital into some value. And this is the idea. We are going to have some costs, and then there is going to be some value that all the companies within our chain are going to create. So let's take a look. We are going to have a chain, as you see, 1, 2, 3 companies, and at the end is a customer. And this customer would like to have some cake. So let's say there is some cake. Well, this is my best attempt. I have never been good at drawing. So this is a cake. And I will rather do it more simply. So this is a full cake that our customer would like to get. In the beginning, there is maybe some sugar plantation, so some sugar plant. Then there is second company that is transforming sugar into caramel, so maybe some caramel manufacturer. And finally there is some bakery. There is some bakery that is transforming our caramel and everything necessary into cakes where our customer can come. And now, what is important? All of these companies are going to somehow create just part of this cake. So let's say sugar plantation is going to create just a small piece. Why is it so? Well, it is because how is it perceived by our customers, so that there is some customer perceived value. And the value of just sugar is quite small because he wants the full cake. But once we transfer it into the caramel, well, it is more valuable for our customer. So actually at this stage, maybe we are going to have half of our cake. It would satisfy him into the half. And just when we, of course, transform it into bakery, we are going to have full cake where our customer can come. Well, and now let's take a look at costs. Of course, here are some costs. So let's say these are the costs. This can be $1 for sugar necessary to create one cake. Here we have got costs incurred by the first member of our chain. So it is going to be $1 again. So $1, but our caramel manufacturer is going to have additional, let's say, $3. So we have $3, and at the final stage all of these costs are transferred. So here is $1 from sugar plant, $1 from sugar plant, then there are $3 from our great caramel manufacturer. And finally the bakery has got also some operating costs, so they are going to have, let's say, $5 for every cake they are able to sell. So the final price is going to be, let's say, $8. Well, so here you can see it. We can see that every company or every member of the chain is creating some part of the value. So there is value added at every stage of the creation of a product between two things. This is called the point of origin, and this is called the point of consumption. Point of consumption. And I have also drawn this part. So we take a closer look at our caramel manufacturer. So this is an extension. This is a closer look at our manufacturing company. Well, they have got several departments. With this picture, I want to show you that the supply or the value chains do not only occur between or among the companies, but also within the company. So let's say our caramel manufacturer has got 1, 2, and 3 departments. The first department is R&D. The second one is actually manufacturing. manufacturing, and finally there is some marketing department that is maybe also selling the product. And the product, as you see, is coming to the company and is leaving the company. So it goes through company in some direction, you can say. And all of these are adding some small slice. No, you cannot directly see it, but in a long run, you can say that all of these departments are actually adding some value to the product. So this is the understanding of the supply and value chains.